One day, J.B Harold received a letter. The envelope was postmarked New York and came from a woman from his past. Inside was a short letter and a business card. Do you remember me, detective? For some reason, I'm thinking of you. This is the first night this has happened to me since I came to this city. It's probably because the city nightscape, visible out my window, is extremely beautiful but can also be isolating. The city is such a whimsical place, and so are the people who live here. Detective, I wonder if I'll be able to see you again someday. Sarah Shields. The name of a Broadway club was written on the card that was in the envelope. J.B. lit a cigarette and his thoughts turned to Sarah Shields. A few days later, a letter came from his former colleague, Jed Gregory.
JB, it's been a long time. How have you been? I can't believe it's been a year since I left Liberty Town. You worried about my health before, but now I'm doing better. My new business is surviving too. Since coming here, I've been able to put food on the table just by putting up a sign advertising insurance credit investigation. Of course, this business isn't the same as when we teamed up and were catching the bad guys. But I feel I might be able to find the unexpected truth hiding behind so-called reality. JB. Do you remember a woman named Sarah Shields? Yeah, she's the pianist with the long hair from the pub. That Sarah died. She fell from an apartment window in Manhattan. She fell from her own window, almost as if she were flying. For the last 3 months, Sarah had been sharing an apartment in Soho with her friend, Franny Vincent. Franny was out that night, leaving Sarah by herself. Then at midnight, she fell from her window, landing on the road 25 floors below. Of course, she died immediately. The body was discovered by Dick Baker, who lived in the building across from Sarah. He told the police he witnessed Sarah falling from the window as if she were flying. According to the New York police, there were no visitors to the building at the time of the incident and no disturbances were reported. There were no reports of suspicious people in the area either. Her death? A suicide, another victim of the cold, hard city. The police came to the easiest, most natural conclusion, but there are still a few unsolved puzzles in this case. First, some clues were left in her apartment. The curtains found on the floor were ripped to shreds as if someone had clung to them for life. There were also fresh scratches on the wooden window pane. Secondly, there was a small tin music box found clutched tightly in Sarah's right hand. Finally, and most importantly, the reason for Sarah's suicide was never determined. I suppose big city police are too busy to really solve the case about a woman who works in a bar. And the people don't really care about it either, as long as it doesn't affect them. With the police reaction being what it was, the only one who wasn't satisfied was her life insurance company. They wanted to confirm her death as a suicide and avoid paying the death benefit. Of course, they didn't want to pay much for the investigation either. And that's why this case was brought to Jed Gregory's office. Is it fate or what? That a case from faraway Liberty Town would bring us together again. JB, this isn't a simple suicide. Something is behind her death. Don't you agree, JB? JB left Liberty Town and headed for Manhattan. When JB reached his Manhattan hotel room, he had a call from the front desk. You have a call from Catherine White. Shall I put her through? Yes, sir.
Hello, JB. I'm so relieved. He got arrested. Don't worry, Liberty Town is more peaceful without you. Everyone in the department is bored to death. since someone went on a leave of absence and simply left Manhattan. Lieutenant Taylor's been in the worst mood ever. Ah, then, you had a call from a guy named Pete Guilford. After telling him that you left for Manhattan, he asked me to stop by his office. He's a reporter from Empire magazine on Fifth Avenue. By the way, did the letter arrive at your hotel? Yes, we could get only one picture of Sarah. It was 6 months ago when Sarah left for Manhattan after quitting the pub in Liberty Town. She told people that she was going to live with her mom. Everything about the investigation is in the report. Hey, J.B., you don't plan to come home till you solve this case, won't you? I understand, but don't work too hard. Make sure to come home safe, J.B. The next day, J.B. went to Jed's office chasing the mystery of Sarah Shields' death.